So, previously on D&D, you guys went to see Renarin Genere and picked up a bunch of new cool items and upgraded a load of old ones, spending lots and lots of money. You then made your way into the Abyss alongside Marion and got chased by a horde of undead as you sprinted towards the River Styx. There you had a quick chat with the barge master, Chiron, and bribed him with some gold for him to take you to where you think the Holy Avenger might be. Along your travels, you went into like a tunnel, and it was in this tunnel that Tristan, you began to sense a faint divine sense up ahead.
I sense divinity.
Yes. So, coming out the other side, and bear with me as I explain all.
For immersion, can Reed be playing like a soft, mellow tune from way back when on his harp?
No.
He can be, yes. Though as you get further and further towards the end of this tunnel, as you can see the faint red light at the end, there's like just a groaning sound of a big undead horde, and it sort of like drowns out a little bit of the sounds, or it definitely makes the music not quite as pretty to listen to. But yes, arriving at the far side. Let me explain.
Oh heck.
You know what? I'd rather you didn't, to be honest.
So, entering out of the mouth of this this tunnel, you can see a huge undead horde along both banks of the river. Over to the left-hand side of the map, over to your right, you do see some adventurers. Specifically, you see a tall, muscular, square-jawed man with a stern expression, clad in plate armor and a red cloak, wielding in his hands a great sword. You see a wood elf woman with wild brown hair, her body covered in furs, while a pair of antlers rest atop her head. In her hands, she holds a quarterstaff encased in leafy vines and greenery. You see a man of Asian descent, clad in paladin attire, with a white cloak, his hood drawn up, and a katana in his hands. You see from his familiar armor that he likely belongs to the Order of the Golden Lion. There is also a woman of Asian descent, her hair pinned back, clad in robes of black and red. Her skin is marked by tattoos of red and yellow, while her eyes are pupilless. Lastly, you see a drow rogue dressed all in black, and a bearded human man in heavy wizard's robes.
Wait, how did Daniel get over there?
Wow, racist.
How does Sam get over there?
Yeah, that's true. There is a drow, there is an Asian woman.
Yeah, it goes two ways.
Yep.
Yeah, but he said all dressed in black for the drow, which is also you.
I'm now going to get you guys to roll initiative. You don't necessarily have to involve yourself in this conflict. Oh. You could just sail on by.
Yeah.
But either way, things might attack you. So I'm still gonna get you to roll initiative.
That was terrible.
Sail away, sail away, sail away. Reed's gonna be singing that. Nah. Oh yeah, nah.
I would.
Tristan
these
will
trapped
leap
adventurers
off the ship immediately to save the little paladin guy.
They do seem to notice you at the very least. It's not their turn yet.
Is it these guys I'm pointing to on the map?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
They are the adventurers.
Marion.
What's the white line? The blue line? That thing? Just drawing on.
Oh, that was just to show where the lip of the like the cave mouth that you've just come out of was. So like technically that part you're in there would still be yeah.
Ulfgarn doesn't want to leave the cave. He wants to stay in there.
He's stuck in the cave.
Caves.
Yeah, Ulfgar's still in the cave.
Could I ask someone? Can we get them on the ship? Can we bring them on the ship?
Nah.
Why not?
I mean, there's it's you.
There's room.
Yeah, that I
how
think
much
we
gold
should.
are they going to have to pay this guy? Do they have enough gold? Is he going to charge more?
Ulfgar could teleport them on.
Do Ubers charge
Or
more for more
Ulfgar,
passengers, or is it just
Sorry,
a flat
Rogar.
fee? What's the Uber policy for the Abyss?
You can always ask Chiron.
Let's ask him. What's his policy?
Oh my god!
What is this?
Oh my god, Tristan's broken.
He's hacked it.
That's the first
that
time I've
actually-
seen Tristan roll the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually helped you guys so much. Because everyone else had rolled really low, so that was huge.
Yeah.
So, these boys up on this ridge here,
Bottom
where I'm
right
pinging.
ish.
Hang on, let me. Where? Oh, damn it.
Yeah, you'll need to zoom out a decent ways for
I
this
need to
battle.
find it for the cameraman purposes.
Yep. You found it?
I have, yeah. You can stop pinging now. I was doing that.
Yeah. Me. So I'm
Alright.
like, find it. They are going to shoot at you guys.
Wow.
So we're going to do shots against Rogar, Reed, and Tristan, and Sang as well.
No, I don't really think they would, to be honest.
They shoot
So we'll
now.
say-
They shoot now.
So we're going to say first two against Tristan, miss. Second two against Reed, the nat 20 will hit. So that's 22 points of damage to you, Reed. Shots against Rogar, I think miss now?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And attacks against Sang also miss.
Could I ask a couple of questions about where we are?
No.
Yes.
We're on a
of course.
river.
Yeah. Those arrows they just fired at us, are they normal arrows or are they sort of weird, like, next level arrows? Like,
They seem like
laser
normal arrows.
Okay, cool. Also, this river we're on, are they direct, the allies, are they on, are they level with the river or are they sort of lower gradient or higher gradient?
I mean, I guess like they're on the same level as the river, so obviously the boat would be slightly raised.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. That's what
Yeah.
I need to know.
Gotcha. Okay, that is the White's turn done. Tristan, you're up. You could hold an action, but
Ask
Yeah.
the boat driver what his Uber policy is for bringing on more passengers.
Ask if you can
Well,
stop
that's
off at McDonald's on the way.
Yeah.
I wanna
I'll look
float.
over. I'll be like, you know, to is it Charon? Charon?
I would
How
say
do you pronounce it?
Chiron.
Chiron, yeah. I'll be like,
Other people
what's your
would not.
policy on a what what's your policy on pickups along the way?
He just ignores you. He's just rowing. Like once he's got his destination, he's just going.
You see, that's
Uh-oh.
because he's private hire, he's not a taxi, so he can't actually pick up passengers without being pre-booked.
True.
Yeah.
I know what to do.
I guess I'll just hold an action, yeah. I'll try and like get to like the edge of the boat here, so I can like if I need
Kick
to
him
like
out
grab
the way.
anyone who jumps for it or something.
By the way, what is this guy doing at the front of the boat?
I know what to
He's rowing.
How is he rowing?
He's got an oar. He's got an oar.
Oh, is he like doing it alternate sides like a kayak?
Yeah,
Are
and
you
obviously
not-
he's got his other little oarmen on either side. That's why he's at the very front, so he can go side to side. Yeah.
Right. I mean, technically, gondoliers normally stand at the back of the boat.
Michael, we're in hell.
I'm just saying.
I mean, Venice
Look,
is pretty similar to hell.
Karen's been doing this a long time.
Yeah,
I think
don't have
he
to do
knows-
his
I
job.
think
I disagree.
I think he knows.
he's doing his job
I think
wrong.
he knows what
Just
he's doing.
leave him a 1-star rating on
Yeah,
Uber.
well,
I was going to say, yeah, it depends on his rating. He may have been doing it a long time, but if it's 1 star, it's 1 star.
Yeah, practice makes permanent, not
Um,
perfect.
All right, continuing on. This man here, seeing the boat, is gonna call back to his companions. Everyone, get onto the boat, and he will just like sort of take a step forward, like as if to sort of hold off the coming advance. This rogue here is gonna head off to the side, ready to get on. And is there any ranged attacks he can do? Yes, he has a light crossbow. It's not going to be able to do too much, but it's better than nothing. 21 will hit. These guys are immune to poison, so it's only 12 damage. This paladin man is going to step forward with his katana, and he's actually just going to hold an action for now. Okay, Rogar's turn.
Okay.
Earthquake.
Dragon form.
Dragon form.
I mean, actually, it wouldn't be that bad in this situation, maybe.
Yeah, you could go and scoop them up.
I know what to do.
You're gonna jump
Yeah, I
off
think
the
there is
But-
a better option, but
Yeah. What
Fog
would
cloud.
roguey rogues do at this point?
cloud.
I need to calm down.
Hmm.
Someone tell me calm
Well,
down.
well, it's Rogar's
Calm down,
turn,
Paul.
then it's the
Thank you.
undead hord's turn, then it's Reed's turn.
Now run to this side of the boat, and let's drop a storm sphere in right here. And
Oh,
then
one to
they've
the
all
left,
got
maybe.
yeah, there you go. They've got to all make strength saving throws, and it
Alright.
counts as difficult terrain.
Because it's just a big blob of them, I'm just going to do one saving throw for the bunch. Actually, 3, because there's a couple different types in there.
Okay. Well, 21's the spell save, so
Good luck.
failure.
Okay, so all of the little grunts fail.
Yeah.
We've
It's
then
not
got
18, the spell save.
No, because he upgraded.
No, it's 21.
Yeah. We've then got the Malreze, which have an advantage on spells against magical effects. That's still going to be a failure. And the Bodok also fails. So they all fail. So they all
So,
take
right.
an amount of
They all,
damage.
they all take 2d6 bludgeoning. So they take 5 damage.
Take 5
and-
damage each.
Yeah. It's all difficult terrain as well. And I'll then use my bonus action to do the bolt of lightning thing. Where's the big one? Okay, I'll go for the Bodak then.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll. And it's against someone in the radius, so it's with advantage.
Yep. I guess I'll just roll a d20, yeah?
Yeah, it's like plus 10 or something. Plus whatever your spell attack modifier is.
Oh, that's 13 now. Go.
16 hits, but you might as well roll for a nat 20 because you do have advantage.
Yeah.
Nope, that's fine though. So it still hits. So then, yeah, roll the damage on that, please.
That's 4d6.
Yeah, be plus 5
Ooh.
because it's
Nice.
because
So,
it
26.
adds your 26. Nice. Is that one guy done?
Yeah, basically.
As these guys run in here,
Oh,
Kageyama is going to unleash his thing. He's going to go through all these boys, and how much damage does that do?
I like to imagine that while he was holding his action, he was just thinking back to his time when he was a kid and he was bullied.
Oh yeah, of course. The
I need.
obligatory backstory that takes up half the episode.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, he's only carving up some boys. He's not fighting a boss yet. So this guy dashes vertically in a line, slashing horizontally, creating a whirlwind in a 30-foot line. So that's going to be 8d10.
Wow, sounds like a cool ability.
Sounds like a certain Blade of the Demon Slayer ability.
It is. You would absolutely recognize it as a Blade of the Demon Slayer ability. 43 damage. Yeah, they're all dead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Get wrecked.
He just
Tristan, I think we found
Slices.
a replacement.
slices down the line.
Yeah.
And
he's a member
actually,
of the
he's still got
Line as
movement.
well.
He is a member of the Golden Knights. He's going to use his movement to get to there.
The loyal member
It
of
is.
the
Well, to be
Golden
fair,
Line.
Tristan's got a... Tristan, did you upgrade your sword just now as well, like last time?
My
He'd
sword's
already
always been
upgraded it.
Oh, it'd already been upgraded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The enemy are now going to pile in around him.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, well, never mind.
Oh, it
Guess
was
we'll just
good
leave
whilst
him.
it lasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, we're saving his ass. None of this bollocks.
It's fine. He's got his hero flashback to have yet. He'll be fine.
Let me just move all of the enemies
If he's a
down the
paladin,
bottom
can he
side
do
still.
that? Can he do that thing that you can do, Tristan, and like throw his sword and like, actually he can jump a bit further, can't he? There's
I
a
think
thing you
that's,
have. With...
that's his special sword ability, not a paladin.
That's my sword, not a paladin thing, yeah.
Ah, right. I thought it was like like.
But he does have the same sword, doesn't he?
Same.
He's got a similar
I don't
sword.
know if it's the same. It might. I don't think. Tristan's
You gather
sword
that
is-
where Tristan's has like water effects when it does things, this guy has like wind effects.
Oh, even better.
He's a windy boy.
Windy boy. So yeah, the 2 tanks are taking most of the damage here as the horde goes in on them. 26 damage to the paladin. Oof!
Wow.
Unlucky.
Who's this one being wrecked?
The paladin, and his charisma score is reduced by 1d4.
Ooh, that's rough.
Oof.
Oh, and the target dies if its charisma's reduced to 0. Wow, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, but he's paladin. He's surely got loads of charisma, right?
Yeah, he's probably got a fair bit. Also needs to make another Constitution saving throw. Luckily, he's not too bad at these. Yep, that succeeds. Scraping by.
Just noticed
And
that's
it's only reduced by 1.
Lucky boy.
Also, he does end his turn within one of these red radiuses, which means a thing.
Need Marion.
He just takes a flat 5 damage. In fact, he's in 2 different radiuses, so he'll take a flat 10 damage. Yeah, he's taking a bit of a beating. Moving down to this fighter guy here. A few less attacks against him. Here we go. Bam, bam, bam. 23 will hit. So 12 damage. Okay, up next, Reed.
Alright. Reed's gonna step forward, try and like push past this guy, and Tristan be like, what's going on? What's going on? And then like hopefully get some room, and then be like, oh, they need our help clearly. I know. And then I'm gonna whack out my pipe.
Yes.
Smoke a bridge! Smoke a bridge!
Bridge of
Oh, it's like, this is why I pack-a-punched it. It's like Sheldon with his bowling ball. It's like, yes, it's finally worked!
Okay, so what's the like amount of space that you can build?
You can build 4 5-foot squares, but it doesn't have a range on it. It doesn't say any range.
So you want from your position, like from there?
No. I was gonna say.
Okay.
I was thinking,
From
these guys, they're allies, right? They're good guys here.
Mhm.
These guys. So I was thinking like 1, 2, 3, 4.
One of they?
And then,
One of
the
these?
ship. Yes. Yeah, because the ship will be moving, so they need time to like get to this ladder, the bridge, and then hop on. So I think that. How fast is it moving? It hasn't moved yet, the ship. So
It hasn't moved yet. No.
judging on where the rate of speed we've been moving at, has
Mhm.
been like
Pretty
fairly
slow.
fast. Okay,
Well-
as long as it's slow.
It's been. Yeah, so at the top of the round, the ship will move. It'll go 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, and then by round 4 it'll be off the map.
Oh right, so they need to be on this ship in like.
In 4 rounds, which is plenty of time.
I suppose I can cast it more than once if need be. So
Yeah.
I think I'll just cast it there for the time being.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then you've still got bonus action if you want to bonus anything.
Oh yeah, we're counting that as an action. Yeah, cool. Bonus action.
Maybe you want to tell them about the bridge?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Can
Well,
I
you can do
shout
that
at
as,
them?
yeah, you can do that as a free action. You can just shout at them. Yeah.
Yeah, just be like, get to the bridge.
Can you
join
do
the-
it in an
join the-
Arnold
join the
Schwarzenegger
boats.
impression?
Get to the boat!
That was great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean,
Bonus action.
the paladin could maybe use a bit of healing if you fancy, or like inspire someone, or I don't know.
Is the paladin paralyzed?
He's not. No, he succeeded on his saving throws.
Alright. Yeah.
Can I cast any of these new spells from the heart? Can I do them as bonus actions or no?
Not. I think they're all actions. As far as I can tell.
Okay, cool. I'll just do healing word. I think the highest I can do is level 2, right? In bonus.
So you can do it at any level because you haven't cast the spell. But if you want to do it at second, that's fine.
Well, no, I'll do it at level 3.
Okay.
3. Because I was actually going to send a sending spell to one of them, but so that works out. Oh, that's pretty good. That's
Nice.
actually really
That's-
good.
Yeah.
Why can you never
That's,
heal us for this match?
I know.
Why is this guy your favourite guy also? What the hell, Reed?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he might be my favourite paladin.
I'm gonna toss
Okay,
Reed over so I can
Damn.
Dayla, your turn.
Well, I got rid of my throwing daggers, so
Did you?
can't really do much. I guess I'll
I thought you decided
hold an
to attune to both.
Well, I can't because I got the blindfold, the cloak, and then only one more slot.
Ah, yeah, the blindfold. Yeah.
I didn't remember you got rid of your daggers.
Yeah, I got the Argonaut dagger instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just hold an action to attack, and I'll put my hood up actually.
Suddenly
as well.
become less useful.
Well, if we weren't on a boat, then it might be a different story. But
Yeah. Fair play. So you're holding an action.
also, what are you gonna do,
Yeah.
Sam?
Also nothing. I'm gonna hold an
Let's
action.
have a go at you.
It's not my turn yet, though, right?
Yeah, it's not your turn yet, man. It is the goodies' turns. So this druid lady, seeing the boat, is gonna try and rally her comrades, and in doing to try and buy them a bit of time, she's going to cast a big boy spell. We're
Turn
gonna
orange
go-
squares.
She's gonna create a
Turn
flame
orange
bridge.
squares!
I
Gonna
like
go
how you have
for-
to do it like this. This is great. Orange squares.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
the
like
square's
Tetris or
better than
something.
mine.
Oh yeah, Tetris. Aww.
Oh wait, no, it has to be
Ruined it.
like that, doesn't it? Cool, we'll get that guy in as well. So, this is Firestorm, by the way. So this is Reed. This is one of your spells that you've got from
Wow.
your
Mine's better.
your
This looks
thing.
cool.
So, as columns of fire rain down, it's going to be like boom, 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 boom. Oh wait, that guy. Screw it, he's dead now.
It's too much effort to bring
It's
them back
all-
once they're deleted.
All the little people get destroyed. Some of the more tanky boys survive. They are resistant to fire damage. Actually, this guy I think had been damaged by something else apparently.
Which one?
Storm sphere,
Or
maybe.
maybe. Yes.
Which
Oh,
one
he's
is it?
still alive, but he's just really hurt. This guy right next to the druid.
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah.
like super low.
Stormsphere got him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
guy that got hit by the bonus action from Storm sphere as well.
And then she is just going to use her action to run. She's on the bridge.
Now cancel the bridge.
Do it now.
Get
She will
chaotic
take an-
evil immediately.
She will take an attack opportunity on this one guy who missed, thankfully, and that is her turn done. The wizard man is going to run to here. He's then going to cast good old Cone of Cold.
Cold.
Is that what he says?
Michael's dead. Oh, yes. Get wrecked, nerds.
Pushed my coat cold.
Oh, fucking Firestorm. I'm not gonna go.
36 damage. Which, hold on, if I
okay.
just if I back this, yeah.
It's cold here now, guys.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that is a perfect amount of damage to pretty much delete all of these guys.
Ah, there's no rush now.
That's fine.
Oof.
mean-
Yeah, this one.
I don't even think we need to
There's
help
one
these
there.
guys. They're fine.
Oh, they wouldn't have come to the abyss if they weren't somewhat capable.
We came.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, have you seen us?
Resistant to cold, so that's what's half 36.
18.
18, thank you. So this guy's still very fine. But yeah, with that done, he will then use the remainder of his movements to start making his way towards the bridge.
For dramatic
People-
effect,
He will end his turn in a red circle, so he takes 5 damage. Yeah, go for it. What are you going to say?
for dramatic effect, could like Reed be like having heavy sweats that he's like having to inhale and smoke so much. It's just like, oh, just like burning inside, but he's gonna keep it going for the team, like keep the bridge going. But he's like,
Nice.
can barely. He's it's getting worse and worse as it goes on.
He's developing a
Okay.
smoker's cough very
Yeah.
quickly.
Gets lung cancer at the end of the game.
It's fine.
It's not the Shadow
Great
King that
restoration.
kills Reed.
Nope.
It's not
No more lung cancer. So this lady's going to run up to here. She's going to then Eldritch Blast, finish that guy off, and then turn the other 2 attacks. One of them misses, so just one more attack on that guy. And actually, I forgot to do the fighter's held action. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. God, there's awful rolls there. Yeah. That'll still be enough to just about be enough to finish that guy off. So she'd already moved to, so 20. Gets her on the bridge as well. Alright, Ulfgar's turn.
Oh shit. Does Ulfgar? Does his new
He's
hammer?
already got anything
His new hammer
ranged.
fly?
It doesn't come back to him though.
Oh, so
That's not very
it
helpful.
doesn't fly. It just you just throw it.
Did you have a crossbow?
Being on a boat isn't the best for you guys, but then your goal here isn't to kill them all. If it was, you'd just get off the boat.
That reminds me of that episode I wasn't in where that woman severed through her weapon at me and I just caught it.
You know what?
That was great.
You know what? He actually does have heavy crossbow on his character sheet. His attacks.
Yeah, go for it then. You
Yeah,
can still
I
only
seem
make
to remember him
one,
using it.
you can only make 1 attack, but yeah, go for it.
He's got ballista and javelin. So heavy crossbow is better. So I'll go for that on this guy.
So yeah, 17 does hit and does 8 damage to them. Cool.
Ulfgar's
that's
doing a lot
Ulfgar's
more
turn.
with my hammer.
Turn. Marion's turn.
Marion will cast heal on this paladin.
Okay. So he's straight. He's not that hurt, but
Is he not? I thought you said he'd taken a bit of a battering.
well, Reed healed him.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay.
I'll say he's on 80 hit points out of 117, but then they did have a hero's feast, which gave them some extra. So I can't remember what that was.
Oh right. So he's okay.
So
then.
a heal might be over heal, is what I'm
Alright.
saying. Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
Alright.
What was that?
Scaring me.
Sang, you're up next. I don't know if you want to. You're probably fast enough to like run off the boat, kill everyone, and run back on. So
Yeah, you can run on the water, can't you?
yeah, you can run on water as well.
Marion casts 10-foot radius. Okay. Can Marion cast Flame Strike then?
Yeah, you said 10-foot radius.
Yeah. Let me just put it in chat. There you go.
Okay, where would you like that? Like there? There?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll the damage for that. So it's ooh, radiant damage is in there as well. So actually, yeah, do those 2 separately because
Okay.
one of them's resist.
that's-
One of them's resist. Yeah, resistant to fire.
That's the-
So that. Yeah, well, so that's
That's
the fire.
the fire.
Yeah.
That's the radiant.
Okay.
Are these guys weak to radiant damage? Do we know?
They don't seem to be like resistant to it, which is good, seeing as they do seem to be resistant to a lot of things.
Okay.
But no, they don't take extra damage, and so that's 27. Kills that guy. I think it was just far enough to kill that guy as well. Cool. Yep, that's Marion's turn done, I guess.
Yep. Basically.
Sang, your turn.
Okay. You know these abilities that my gi gives me. What is it to use them? Is that bonus action or what?
It should say in the spell. So you've got, if you go into your spells, you've got spells now.
Oh, right. Oh, so they're just like as if I was casting a spell, essentially.
Yes,
So
and you
they
spend key
should be
points
like
to cast the
action.
spell.
Right, so I just... Alright, so it's basically like doing a spell, but just using key points to actually be able to cast it.
Yeah,
So
instead of
that
spell
would
slots.
take an action, essentially, then. Okay.
Yeah, if the spell is an action, then yeah, it'd be an action.
How, the trip that we're on, how long is it expected us to take to get to where we're going?
You don't know.
Was it like more?
He said as long as it takes.
Right, so we don't know.
Yep.
Did we think that we were gonna like have a long rest in the meantime then, or not?
Probably. We don't know.
I mean,
If
do
we're
you
stuck
need,
on the
do you
ship,
think
we
you need
might
to
have
cast
to.
a spell right now? Like, you could just run and get them and run back.
Well, I'm just depending. Yeah, go on then.
He did say it would be a long journey, so you imagine you will be long resting at some point during this adventure.
He also said, "How long's your piece of string?"
I'm trying to think how far I'm gonna go. That won't get me back on a ship because Tristan's in the way.
Yeah, you can get onto the bridge though. The reader's summoned.
True. And then
Everybody's running on and you're running
Go
off.
here. jump off.
Excuse me.
Has this guy been hurt?
Yep. He has been hurt, yes.
What is he?
He looks like just an undead creature of some kind, but like one of the tougher ones.
Okay.
16 hits, as does 23.
Still up?
Yep.
And let's do a key point to do flurry of blows.
Yep. Cool. He is resistant to fire damage, but that's still going to be
10.
10.
15. So 25.
Still up. Just.
Wow.
Flurry of blows.
Already done it.
Oh, sorry.
Do I still want to run on the bridge, or do I want to stay there and fight him? Guess I'll run on the bridge.
Okay.
Can I stand here, or is this like inside this guy?
You could have just run back to where you came from, right?
I'll say you
Oh, wait,
can't
yeah.
stand
You
there.
didn't go down to
Yeah,
the
you-
second guy.
Oh
You
yeah,
can,
I
you
could
can
have
just
done
run
that.
back to it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Miss.
18 misses. Good. Okay, top of the round. The boat moves. So, let me figure this out. I'm going to say, because this mage guy is so close to the bridge, he's going to make a dex save to try and jump onto it. As
the
it
druid,
sort of
isn't it?
goes. No, the druid's already on.
Oh,
this is the
sorry,
mage
you
guy.
mean that guy. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, come on. No! He fails.
Does he fall in the water?
Yeah, but that's fine.
Oh,
Yes, the boat is going around the rocks, so it has to go in this direction. He falls in the water, takes 5 points of necrotic damage.
So the bridge moves with the boat then?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess
He's
it's,
gonna be like, no!
We got some of them.
yeah, I guess it's tough luck for the rest of them then.
Got two out of 6. I mean,
Are there any
this
small
is the
people?
no small people.
God damn.
Sadly.
Smoke.
All right.
Tristan, ask the
Top of
boat
the round.
driver to stop.
The whites will make some more shots against you guys. Same order as before, so we'll go Tristan, Reed, Rogar, Sang. Okay, so Tristan, both miss. Reed, both hit.
Oh god.
So 14 damage to you. Rogar, what's Rogar's armor class?
16 now.
16, so only the one hits. So 9 points of damage to Rogar. And Sang, the 26 will hit you, but I imagine you want to use your reaction to catch it.
Of course.
So yeah, I'm just not going to bother. That is your reaction burn. Okay, Tristan, your turn.
Would it be possible to? Okay. Because obviously both Rogar and Tristan got nat 20s. I want Rogar to teleport over there with Tristan. So can I hold my action and movement
yeah.
until that happens?
Yeah, I'll allow that. that's fine. That is a 7th level teleport spell, just to go over to the bank, but sure.
Well, yeah, I don't see any other way of getting them over, and don't feel particularly good about leaving them here. So,
He wants his paladin mate.
so
paladin
yeah,
friend.
we'll do that.
Paladin friend.
Okay. I'll let you move your guys wherever you want to move them to. And Rogar will still have movement from when he teleports on, so you could like teleport right next to where you want to be, and then Rogar can always run back or whatever. In fact, Rogar can fly back onto the boat, so that's happy days for him.
Oh yeah.
Just how are you going to get back on?
Well, Rogar's going to teleport us back on.
Okay. Well, you can only, oh yeah, you can teleport everyone. Good point.
Yeah. Right. So, Tristan's gonna run behind this thing.
Yep.
And attack it.
He has a name.
It's Jerry.
No.
It's Ghoul 97.
I don't recognise autonomy in undead, so I refuse to recognise this.
Tristan's a racist.
Yeah, so true.
These are ghouls, ghasts and ghouls.
Yeah.
At least
they're all dead things. They're all dead things to me.
All right. So yeah, make your attack with advantage against this guy.
Is he looking hurt?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Taking a bit of a beating from somewhere. Yep, that finishes him off.
Right. And I still had some movement. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, you used 20 feet to get there, so yeah, you could go up and kill this other guy, who's also looking very hurt.
Yeah, I'll do that. And shall I just say the last one counts?
That kills him. And as you run up and cut this guy down, this paladin will look at you, look at the blade, with recognition.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'll go run up to him. I'll give him a nod and be like, "Come on, brother, let's get you out of here."
Does give you a nod back. Still pretty shocked that he's seen another Demon Slayer blade. Okay, that's your turn done. Rogar's turn done as well.
Yeah, I mean Rogar's gonna move back a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. It's actually this guy's turn now, so he is going to sort of run over to this guy. Okay, he's going to run at this guy with staggering speed and attack him 4 times at a downward angle. This guy has to make a dex save. Fails, which means all 4 of his attacks automatically hit. Still going to roll them just in case he gets any nat 20s. Nope, but they'll hit anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus extra damage because technically these... Oh no, yeah, just from the thing. Okay, so 72 points of damage. Yeah, this guy's dead. And then just use the remaining 15 feet to get to there. This guy's turn. Bam, bam, bam. 13 hits. No. God damn.
I forgot to do Rogar's bonus action damage to that thing in the middle.
Oh yeah, go for it. So make your attack roll with advantage. Might as well do it with advantage in case you get that 20. Yep.
That doesn't matter. 14 damage to him.
He does a little bit of damage to this person. And he's going to back up to here. In fact, no, he's going to stay where he is. This rogue is going to make a shot. Damn. That's unfortunate. Oh my gosh.
How's Tristan going to catch up with the boat?
Rogue.
Teleport.
I believe is the plan.
Yep.
Oh, Tristan, you also took 5 points of necrotic damage because you ended your turn within a red sphere.
Cool.
Are these rocks
so,
actually
bunch
here?
of these guys.
Yes. That's why the boat's
Yes,
going
they
around
are.
it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
The
Tristan
bridge is-
also ended his turn in
bridge
the
is
storm
fine.
sphere.
I guess
That
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Yeah, I don't think it does extra damage, it just slows them down a bit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It says,
no,
in
if
order
you
to
end
their
your
turn,
turn
that
in
must,
it,
yeah, it must do a strength
yeah,
saving
true.
throw or take 2d6 damage. So,
yeah,
go on.
Tristan.
Go for it.
Oh,
It fails.
yeah. Well, I forget Rogar's is 21.
Yeah,
Thing's
that's
21.
pretty
So
high.
yeah.
Yeah. Roll a
So
2d6 damage. I'll do it to everyone else in the sphere as well.
I like how he's rolling damage on himself. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.
Is that enough to kill?
Tristan
Yeah,
goes
Tristan's
down.
dead.
Rogar killed him.
Wait, Tristan's down.
No.
No.
Oh. Oh.
Why do you sound disappointed?
Sorry, mate. No, I meant. Oh, no, I didn't. That's bullshit.
Damn, I brought you back to life,
I was gonna say,
This all
oh,
the
well,
gratitude you give on the series.
I was gonna say, well, at least we got a new paladin.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, sausage.
So these guys move really slow because of the sphere, but this one guy will be able to get up to you, Tristan.
Miss.
Why Patrick's brought these characters in? They're gonna replace us.
Yeah, that's who have to
No,
play
it's
us when we all
replacements.
die.
Not if
Yeah.
we
So the
kill
other
them
guy's going
fast.
to do a withering gaze. So he makes a con save, which he succeeds, so that's fine. So attacks with these guys. Now 20, so 24 damage to this guy. And he makes a Constitution saving throw. Succeeds. He's going to uncanny dodge the 22. Drop that down to an 11, so 21 points total. Charisma score doesn't really matter for him. I'll just do a Constitution save. Guys will probably use their action to just dash up a little bit further. Okay, Reed, your turn.
Blessed Scout.
Go for it.
I'm going.
Anyone
to...
in particular? There's these
Um,
guys up on the ridge who have been shooting you, or you could try and help the boys on the ground.
I'd rather help the boys.
Okay.
Do I go for this guy? And
Yep.
This guy.
Well, he's a pretty tough guy, the first guy. So,
Alright.
you're doing 2 shots or 3.
Just 2.
Yep, both hit.
And I'm going to healing word myself. Actually, no, I'll just do a health potion.
Yep.
It's just a normal one, the most basic one.
Mhm.
So what's
Daylight, your turn.
it's a normal health potion.
Normal health potion is 2d4 plus 2.
Nice.
Yeah, still can't do anything, so I'll just
9.
I just move over
Next.
here and hold my action to attack again.
Okay, just chill on the note. Okay, it's now these other people's turns. So these two are going to hop on the boat. Oh no. Attack shield, take a step back. It's going to move forward. Bam, bam, bam. Eldritch Blasts. 39 points of damage to this guy. Oof. He's been hurt. He's still up. Druid Lady is just going to not do much because she can't do much. But she's on the boat. And she will, seeing that you would wonder, cast the pipe read. Just sort of give you a pat on the shoulder, say, "Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend."
I'll just cough in her face. like, not on purpose. I'm just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fucked from all the lung cancer.
This guy will get out of the boat and
Fireball. I was going to do
Yep. He'll do it at 5th level because why not? 32. Ooh, it's not actually quite enough to kill some of these guys. Slightly less satisfying. We'll finish off this guy's super high though. Yep, that's their turns done. Ulfgar's turn. I guess he could fire another crossbow. Anyone in particular?
That's the wizard. So
Yep.
the closest enemy is this guy.
Shoot the wizard.
Yes.
The wizard.
Oh,
Nice. He's looking real hurt now.
Going
Yeah,
for
Marian's
Wiz.
turn.
Don't really know what Marion can do, to be honest with you.
Doesn't have to do much.
Nah, Marion's just going to hold an action. There's not really anything she can do now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sang, your turn.
We're going to cast Fireball at 4th level, right where that other Fireball is.
Okay, directly in the same spot. Nice. So all these guys that are left, well, these two will just be dead. So 4th level, so that's 4 key points.
Yep.
In fact, this guy will also be dead. So 31 halved is 15. Nice.
That's me done.
Top of the round, the boat moves.
Bye, guys. I'm so far away.
It's fine, they've got a plan. The whites are going to fire again. This time, I'm actually going to fire at the group on the bank. I think they're going to give up on people on the boat. So
No, let them shoot at me, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll say first 2 against Rogar. So the 26 will hit Rogar. The big 7 damage.
Oh.
Rogar's dead.
Was that you that made that noise?
5 points damage to
Rogar's
this
got
guy.
heartburn. All that exercise. It's all the food he ate the other day.
20 points of damage. 28 damage to him. And then... Oh yeah, the 12 and the 13 actually missed the mage. That's nice. Okay, Tristan, your turn.
Tristan runs.
Run, Tristan, run for your life.
Do you want to make any attacks before you run? This guy's really hurt.
Oh, sure, I'll attack him. Why not?
Yeah.
That's very unpaladin-like, running. Ooh.
Your mum.
Oh.
Yep. Kills him with the first one.
Cool. Run away!
Run away!
Could technically have made it 5 more feet, but yes. I think that's fine.
Okay, that's
Copy,
Tristan's go. Then Rogar's gonna... I guess...
Is it... They have to be within 10 feet of him?
Yeah.
But they had
So
to
yeah,
hold
if
his
he
hand or
steps-
something.
That's for plane shift. Teleport is slightly different.
I guess he's technically within 10 feet
Yeah.
of all of them. Oh no, he needs
You and
to
up
move.
to 8 willing creatures
Yeah.
that you can see.
Yeah, he needs
Yeah,
to
you'd have
move
to-
one
yeah.
space. There you go.
Step forward
Yeah,
5
there you
feet, but then yeah. Other than that, yeah, you can then cast teleport.
And that teleport everyone onto the boat.
Hold on, technically it's not his turn yet.
Oh, well,
Yeah, some of the boys on the ground will get some attacks first. So I'm just going to go bam bam.
Wait, how does that work? Rogar rolled nat 20 on his initiative, right?
Yes, for a total of 20. These guys got 22.
But doesn't nat 20 negate that?
No,
Oh,
not on initiative.
right. Fair.
Initiative order is still initiative order.
yeah.
So I think they might have gotten a nat 20 to get a 22 in to begin with. Stabby.
Ooh, nat 20.
We're going to put sneak attack into that nat 20 as well. So 9 plus...
62.
Can Rogar accidentally teleport one of the bad guys onto the ship as well?
No.
Because it's Rogar.
They have to be willing creatures, unfortunately.
Surely they'd be willing to be teleported onto the ship where
Yeah.
they're trying to fight people.
No!
Yeah.
To 1v12, like
Yeah,
a
but they're
two
undead.
groups
They
of
don't
adventurers.
think about that.
That's the thing that needs to be thinking to be willing.
If it's an ambitious undead, you might.
Big 65 damage kills this guy. All hits. Finally, big 51 damage. It's actually overkill, so it kills him. And yeah, we'll say with that, Rogar teleports you guys onto the boat.
Does he have to roll to see if he gets the right place?
No, because he can see
Nope.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. See it.
Are you sure he can?
Yeah, maybe he's developed short
Oh,
sightedness.
Are you sure about that? And we'll say, yeah, you guys then sail away into the distance.
Happily ever after.
Yes, you do see, like, glancing back, Dayla, you in particular would look up onto this rock where these 4 guys have just been shooting at you the whole time. They just sort of like watch. They just watch you leave. The rest of the undead just seem like mindless zombies. These 4 did seem to be like scouts almost. Like they've noted your presence.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so they seem to have intelligence, those guys.
Yes, you could do something about it. It's up to you guys, of course. But
Let's
the boat
teleport
is
up
sailing
there.
rapidly away,
How many
and they don't
teleport
seem
does
to be giving
Rogar
chase.
Hang on.
He's got one
Let's
left.
see.
Oh,
Let's see if there is anything we can do.
Rogar casts Earthquake.
He could.
I mean, why not? I guess.
Fuck it. Do it. Yeah.
YOLO.
Literally do it.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, you
Yeah,
leave,
can
YOLO.
you leave an
earthquake.
earthquake in your wake.
Can I Earthquake those on top of those guys then?
They're on a
Yeah, you
cliff,
can.
aren't they?
I mean, yeah. So stick earthquake in the chat for me. I don't know if it will necessarily kill them. The only reason it killed all those guys before was because they were on like broken ground above lava.
Gonna make them fall off the ridge.
Yeah,
That's the thing. It might make them fall off the ridge though, which
Also
still might not
opens
be
a
enough to
bunch
kill
of-
them.
Opens a bunch of fissures.
Yes, it does.
Fishes.
Yeah. Oh no, there's fishes in the river. They're going to kill them. They're allergic
So
to
they
fish.
make dexterity saving throws. So let's do those rolls for them because if they fail those, which they probably will, they have to roll insanely high to not.
Yeah, fail.
Yeah. So they all fall off the ridge. So let's do that damage.
50 bludgeoning damage.
Only 17 actually.
Oh, that's a structure,
And these
sorry.
guys. Okay. But then other things happen with the fissures.
Yeah, so fissures, 1d6 fissures. So I'll roll 1d6.
Yeah. You don't need to roll too much about it. I'm just looking at what the damage might be.
The rocks from the cliff split off and land on them.
Yeah.
Hey Sean, Patrick's the DM in this game. Alright?
I just asked a
Yeah.
question.
We'll say they make some more dexterity saving throws to avoid the rocks, the falling rocks.
Yeah, and it kills all of them and we get to sail on.
Yeah, that kills. So go ahead and roll me 5d6.
Plus my
I don't think
attack,
it-
right? No.
No, it automatically hits them.
Oh Jesus, that's awful. Can I re-roll that
it-
using a sorcery point?
Here's
Sure.
the thing, because there's fissures and it's right next to the river, could like the water like seep into the little cracks and like kill them that way. Get them
Back
five.
up.
Probably not.
Let me re-roll that damage real quick. Sorry,
Oh,
using
we're
a
not,
sorcery
we're not all
point.
done yet. Some of us still have ranged abilities.
That's better.
Yeah, well, technically, if Rogar was doing it, this thing,
Oh,
the boat would
this
have
is at
moved.
9th level, by the
Um,
way. So I don't know if that's like, does that change how much it does or what?
It doesn't
What
say
is it
which
usually?
level.
It's normally an 8th level.
Okay, so it'd be just roll me an extra 1d6 on top of that.
Nope. Where's the boat gone?
It's sailing down because if it's Rogar's turn again, then the boat would have been down here by this point.
Wait, we didn't.
Oh, hang on.
We didn't have anyone else's turn then.
I was going to say we would have done
Well,
turns.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys wanted to have done turns before the earthquake, then sure.
No, but
No, it would
Rogar
be-
goes before us, right?
After the earthquake.
No,
So
but
like a
Rogar
round of
doesn't go
turns.
before you
Oh.
because Rogar
right.
just teleported onto the boat, which means that was his turn for the round.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, yeah, fair play.
An extra 5. So
That's fine though. Actually, they're still in range. I think.
I mean, Earthquake has a 500 feet distance, so
No, I'm talking about something I can do.
For us.
they're all still alive, but they are all very low.
Okay. Can you
So if
bring
there's
up
anything
a
else anyone
fireball
wants to do.
radius?
Yep, can get them all in.
Perfect. There we go. Level 5. Let's make
Awesome.
sure we get them.
Okay, go ahead and roll that damage.
I'd like to mass cure wounds on them. So I get my go.
Yes, with that fireball. So the earthquake knocks them all off the ridge, and they all fall into a fissure. Sang, and then just blows up a fissure, and you just see a big plume of smoke appear from within the fissure, and they are all
Wow.
toast.
Just cook them.
Get wrecked. Stupid.
Nice. Well played, guys. I'm gonna be like, wow, what a good show that was. I'm gonna play a song and like laugh at all the undead and like swear at them and be like, I'll vicious mock one of them. Or like you look like a dickhead. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Nice.
That's so hurtful. Does the undead start crying?
Which ones look low?
Physically has
I'll
no
vicious
moisture.
mock that one.
Oh.
Could I have
Drops
viciously
into the
mocked?
fire pit.
Could I have viciously mocked one that looked really low on health to see if it killed and to try and kill it with my words?
There wasn't any, unfortunately, that were
I played.
low enough.
Viciously mock one of them that looked like it was low on self-esteem. Maybe it'd kill itself.
Yeah, he just throws
Walks
himself into the river. His friend stops him. He's like, "No, no, it's not your time.
Don't listen to
You
him.
can still call the Samaritans.
You look fine. You look gorgeous. I love you." And it's a romance story right there. That's the beginning of it, or the ending.
Spin-off. So, you are now on the boat with these six
Can you bring back the boat
boys.
so we can actually see who they are?
We're on the river.
Nice.
We're sailing down, and this guy here, the fighter man, will wander up to you, Rogar, and say, "My thanks, friend. We would have been dead without you all." You know, like go off to shake Rogar's hand, and Rogar will be like, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, all right, mate. No worries. It's all right. Just in the day, you know. Another day's
Right.
work.
Could I just be like in the corner, like pale, being like hands up, like what the fuck? I helped as well,
Let's start.
without saying
Actually-
words.
Yeah, the druid lady will walk over to you, Reed, and cast Greater Restoration on you because you seem super pale and worn out. She will
Oh,
restore
thank
some
you.
of your vigor.
I'll be like, oh, that's much better, and then I'll just start smoking again.
No, I just cured your lung
Thank
You're
cancer.
addicted now.
My nicotine.
He will say, this fighter man will say, "I am Garth of the Chionthar Hunters. Who are all of you, and what are you doing in the Abyss? We did not look to find allies here."
Well, nor did we. My name is Tristan Alagondar. These are my companions, the Blades of Drrust. The halfling over there is Reed. Yada yada. I'll introduce all of the guys. And we were also not expecting to find anyone living down here. So, you first, I suppose.
Make a perception check for me as well, Tristan.
A perception check.
Yeah, this is our boat after all. They better tell us why they're here first.
Yeah.
Perception.
We paid for this boat.
Never
Ask
mind.
him to go halves with us.
Garth will say, "My companions and I, we're here to slay a demon, if we can. A portal appeared near Triel, in Eltergard. We were hired to venture forth into the abyss and slay the demon who summoned it. It's been causing quite a problem. Technically, this is actually our second attempt. The first one failed." He sort of like looks pretty grave when he says this. But now we have the paladin, Kageyama, specifically brought in to slay demons. That is his specialty. He was not here before. And you look over at Kageyama, who is just looking at you, Tristan, now with a little more disdain than he was before.
Oh.
Ah, you are.
Attention.
Okay.
Could I be like, you didn't happen to have a halfling with you first time, and a dwarf?
Why are you asking this?
Just out of interest.
The mage will speak up and say, no halflings or dwarves. There was Annie, our scout. She was pretty and as quick on her feet as the arrows she loosed from her bow. Then we had Cavil, our bruiser, who was tougher than anyone I've ever seen. Took more than a horde to bring him down, let me tell you. And lastly, there was Helena, our priestess, a literal champion of the god Sylvanus. But all of them are gone now.
Sorry for your
That's
loss.
Garth will say,
What about you
"Well,
two?
we're all here. We're still going."
I'll say, who are the others? And gesture to them.
The wood elf lady, the druid will speak up and say, "My name is Iona. I've been with this company on and off for about 2 years. This portal strikes home for me in particular as it appeared next to my druid grove, and it is of vital importance that we destroy it before my grove is destroyed."
Where is this demon that you say controlled, like, opened this portal or whatever?
we'll say like yeah, as you like round the bend into like a wider expanse of the abyss, Garth will point over to an necropolis in the distance. Say, over there. We managed to make it to the necropolis once before, but the Molideus, the demon we need to slay, proved a difficult foe. We had to teleport out of there before we lost any more troops. This is Asami. He will gesture to the woman, and this is Gavilon as he gestures to the drow. The drow will just give like a bow.
So what was your
So that
plan?
covers all of us.
So what was your plan if we hadn't come along with our boat yet?
Well, we might have been all right. We have some skilled members with us. I mean, we weren't planning on running into an entire horde. Last time we came there, we managed to cross the plains without such issues.
That's interesting because as soon as we portaled in here, they seemed to know where we were immediately. How did you avoid them last time?
Have you been here long?
No, a matter of hours.
Oh wow.
Perhaps last time we were just fortunate that there were no hordes in the area at the time. I'm not sure.
Do these people
Can
look
we tell if he's
suspicious at
lying?
all? Yeah.
You can make an insight check.
Can we both do that?
Yeah, they don't seem to be lying. They seem to be telling the truth.
Fair enough.
So this
29.
Molly Davis,
Yes.
where does he live? Where's his final destination?
They just pointed to it, the necropolis.
Yes, the necropolis over there. And it is like the closest necropolis that you can see out of the ones that dot the landscape.
I see.
We may have Kageyama with us this time, and he is an expert demon slayer. But I would be remiss if I did not ask for your aid in this endeavor.
Well, we're kind of on our own mission, and the boat does not stop. We tried
Very
asking
true.
him, but he just ignored
Well,
us.
is the necropolis the same one that we're going to?
I don't think so.
No,
We don't
no,
really
we're
know.
going straight. We're going straight into Orcus's capital.
Yeah, but it was the necropolis, wasn't it? Well,
It was a
yeah.
mausoleum,
No, it
wasn't
wasn't. No, it was a necropolis, but I think it's like
It was a
So-
necropolis.
It's like the ultimate necropolis.
was it a different one then?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's multiple necropolises. Yeah.
I mean, does it look like the same one that we're looking at, or is it a
I
totally
mean,
different?
it really depends.
you don't really know where you're going, to be honest.
Ah, that's
Um,
fair enough. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're just here.
You wouldn't know the right one even if you saw it.
We're just trusting this
Tristan,
boat guy.
Tristan will, wouldn't he? Because he saw like a vision.
I didn't see
He
all
saw
of it.
the
though.
interior. He didn't see the exterior.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be this person where they're going. That could be of use to us if we help them. That may help gather more information about where we need to go.
Yeah.
So,
Asami will speak up and say, "I've done extensive research into the abyss, and from what I can tell, these necropoli are linked in some way. Perhaps inside ours, you could find where yours might be."
And would you help us with what our task is if we help you?
They all just sort of like glance to one another, unsure. Garth will say, "Well, what is your task?
We
What is
are.
it you need to do?"
We are tasked to find the Holy Avenger, Orm's holy sword, revealed to me in a vision from him, lost in this realm somewhere, in order to slay the Shadow King permanently. It is the last vestige of old Nephiril that we need to find before the coming storm, and it's quite important that we find it.
yes, we wish
And
to stick it up his jacksie.
And where is this Holy Avenger?
Well, from the information I received and from what the bargeman told us, we believe it to be in Orcus's own necropolis, which would make sense, considering
there's
what
definitely
I saw in my vision.
a chill runs through the company, and Garth will say, "Well, to be honest, many of my companions here, we are capable, but we may not be that capable. That said, if you help us in our mission, I will send most of them home, and I will join you. I at least will join you." Kageyama will then speak up and say, I will join you also. On one condition, Tristan Alagondar.
Yes, go on. I'll put my hand up and I'll say, if you're going to preach at me, I've already had it. Sir Rylan cares not, and Torm knows where my heart lies. I'm not interested in hearing any more preaching from different dissatisfied members of the Golden Lion. Some support me, some do not. Some do not care.
I do not wish to preach, but that sword you carry could be of vital importance to the Order of the Golden Lion. And if you're here searching for another sword anyway, I would ask that, in return for my aid, you give me that sword once the Holy Avenger is recovered. And I can give it to a member of the Order of the Golden Lion. Put it to good use.
You wouldn't rather me turn over the relic of our actual gods?
I understand that you need that for your quest. I would not try and take that away from you. But this blade, as you can see, I have experience with these kind of weapons. I would be able to teach another member of our company.
I think that
Does that
sounds fair.
seem fair?
I'm quite attached to this sword, but yes. Yes, you're not wrong. Allow me to...
Don't worry, we can always kill him and get the sword back afterwards.
Shut up, Sam. Very well.
It's his sword.
Yeah.
It's
Neil,
it's
the
a
wizard,
fair-
will be like, I heard that.
it's a fair and understandable deal. Very well.
I think that was a standing next to me.
Is that the one you spent money on upgrading? You did,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Ages ago, though, not recently.
Yeah, I would be.
He's got his money's worth out of that upgrade.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, though, I would be curious to see what your one does differently to mine. Mine's more water based, so.
Well, you've already seen a few of its perks. I'm sure you'll see more still if you choose to join us and help us slay the Smolly Deus. If you do, then Garth and I, at the very least, will join you in your quest to venture into Orcus's lair. The Druid Lady will say, I too will come, if I am needed.
I will not ask
Neil the wizard,
any of you
Neil the
to
wizard
come
will
with
put
us.
his hand up and say, I won't. I'm going home. To be honest, this is all
Garth.
way out of...
Sorry,
This is
who
all
said
way out
yes
of
and
my,
who said no?
So Garth, Kageyama, and Iona, the druid, have all said yes. So far, Neil, the wizard, has just said no. This is out of his depth. The other two have not spoken yet.
Fair play. Cool.
Be fine. Don't
So
be
it's
so worried,
Garth,
Mr.
Kageyama, and Iona.
Yes.
Is Garth the fighter?
Garth is the fighter. Gavilan, the rogue, will speak up and say, I'll follow you into any fight, Garth. He just puts a hand on his shoulder. Asami will then step forward and say, well, if you're all going, then I might as well join you as well. And then Neil's just throws his hands up in the air and it's like, come on, guys, you're really going to make me the only one who goes home? They all just sort of stare at him. He's like,
I could be like, pussy!
it's like, I think you're quite right, friend, I am a pussy. But I'm a pussy who's going to join you, because I don't want to be the only one.
Good choice.
Garth will say, well, that sounds good.
Listen,
We're all going.
by what
If we can agree to help each other out, he will offer you a hand, Tristan, to shake on the
It's
deal.
all for the greater good.
I'll shake his hand then. I'll be like, very well.
You're good.
It's all in need to kill the Shadow King.
Can I try and then talk to Chiron then and get him to change the destination to that nearest necropolis?
Yes, you can. You can wander over to him.
You have to
I'll
pay
say,
the destination.
Mr. Bargeman. Now, we know you find us detestable, so we've had a change of destination. This closest necropolis would be better for you to get rid of our presence, and we will remove ourselves from your boat so you may be free of the living once again.
He turns and nods to you. Says, I will drop you off sooner.
Thank you.
Can we get a partial refund because we've only travelled, part of the original distance?
I would not bother. No, because it was a bribe anyway.
I thought we could just add on the journey. He could park up and then take us on to the next place after. Got
Yeah,
update
he's-
right.
for a
his
bit.
own entity.
Maybe
Cool.
maybe we can ask him if he'll wait there. But they said there might be like a way of teleporting between the necropolises anyway. They said they're like linked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can
Yes,
have him
as
wait
Simon
here,
said,
and then
I
if you do
I
find
think there is
place,
a
we
link
can just
between
leave.
them. Yes.
Mm.
I'm not sure what that link might be, whether it just tells us which necropolis is the one we need, or whether there's teleportations or something. Yes, we won't know till we're there, I suppose.
Well, maybe we could ask him
Cool.
to wait for us anyway. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But there's no harm in asking.
Could we get their names next to their sheets next time, just so I can spell
Yeah,
them?
that's true. I'm never going to remember their names.
I've got 5
Sure, I
names,
can do that. I can do that now.
and the
There's a-
extras as well. All the guys on the boats. Steve and
Phil,
Ron and
Dave, Carl,
Roy,
and
yeah.
Sean.
Yeah. Got a paladin, a fighter, a druid. What's the drow?
Rogue.
Rogue. Oh wow. Yeah, right. And Asami is not a wizard, something else.
He's not a wizard. No, you can ask her if you want.
I'll ask Asami. I'll be like, so Asami, I don't want to say what are you, because that might be racist.
Ask it anyway.
I see. We have wizards and rogues and fighters. Well, actually, I don't want to say that. I'll say we have wizards and druids among us. What's your specialism?
Should I say, I'm a warlock. One of my first adventures, I came across an old book belonging to some unknown entity out there. I don't know exactly where I get my powers from, just something out there. But whatever it is, it's granted me powers, and I've given it my service. And she like shows you that like the tattoos that have like marked her skin and like her eyes, and say these developed over time as a result of the connection to this book. But other than physical attributes, it hasn't damaged my mental or anything like that.
Was my father a warlock?
You don't know.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to be fascinated by
Your father was the Shadow
tattoos.
King.
Dude, that's too far. I'm going to be fascinated by her tattoos and just her in general,
That's
really.
It's a bit creepy.
Mhm.
Just really just staring at her.
Not in a creepy
It's
way,
fine.
in a nice way.
You see, Gavilon will walk right up to like the very end of the mast here and just sit on the mast, Sea of Thieves style.
Daylar's like, oh, I was going to do that.
That's so cool.
Garth will say, Gavilon and I first met in the Nine Hells. We were there in El Terrell when it was torn from its plane. The two of us have been through many adventures together, though he does have the bloodlust of his kind. Adventuring, I think, is a bit of an outlet for him. So often when we don't fight, he can get a little bit aggressive. But don't worry about him.
Yeah,
Who's
Daylar's
this?
exactly the same.
Avalon.
Where's he on the boat?
He's on
The rogue.
the
I've just
front.
moved him right to the very front.
Oh, he's up there. He's on the boat.
Yeah, he's got as far away as possible because he's got no one to fight. So he's removed
Ah,
himself.
thank-
I was going to say, whilst I'm doing with Asami, can I go to the base of it and like rattle it, like put my feet on it and like move it up and down?
You can. You're only a light halfling, and this is a thick bit of wood, so it doesn't move too much.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah, he
just wanted
seems to
to-
just be sat there chilling.
I'll be like, "Oh, you enjoying yourself out there? Oh, watch out!"
He'll just like turn around, give you like a wave back, and a polite smile.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and talk with Iona. Cool.
I guess I'll have
Do
a
we have
chat
time
with
to have like
Kageyama.
a short rest so I can get my key points back?
Well, actually, by this time, it's probably time for a long rest, if anything.
Yeah.
Garth will say, Iona here has the ability to cast Hero's Feast, but I don't think she can do it for everyone here. I think there are too many of us.
That's fine.
I've got mine. I
Yeah.
can do it for.
Yeah, Reed can do this
Excellent.
as well.
We will, we'll do our own groups then. Other than that, do you have anything that might help us?
I'm pretty sure I can cast. Could I cast the mansion on this it can be
Not-
done on
not on the boat.
a ship.
No, we talked
You
about
probably
that
wouldn't
last
want to do it
time.
on the boat, but it's probably worth doing once you get off the boat before you go into the necropolis.
All right.
Oh, does Kageyama have a aura, Patrick?
No. So
Is he
these aren't
overfed?
like no. It's just these aren't full builds. To make it a bit easier for myself, they're just like
fair.
limited rundown versions of the classes.
Oh, okay, fair. I thought it was like an open vengeance or something.
No, he probably would be an Oath of Vengeance if he was an Oath. But yeah, these are all just watered down versions of the classes.
Yeah.
With some of the abilities, but not all of them.
Oh yeah, no worries.
How many people does Heroes Feast?
It's 10, isn't it?
How many can it apply to?
I think it is 10.
Let's have a look. It's
And there are 12 of you. 6 of them, 6 of you. 7 of you even. So sorry, I forgot Marion. So 13 even.
Didn't mean to do that.
Because whoever rolls higher, I guess we can just have 10 people have that, and then 3 people just take the lower one.
I mean, I guess that wouldn't make sense from a role-playing point of view, though.
up to 12 creatures. Up to 12.
There's
Up
13.
to 12. So
there.
there's still 13. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't make sense from a roleplay standpoint. I think we'll still split it between the 2 groups. That makes sense.
You
I've just
can't,
realized.
you can't double feast.
No. You're in the 113th layer, and there's 13 of you in the group. Unlucky for some. I didn't even plan that. Well, I wasn't planning on Marion being here. You guys added her, so nice.
Marion's sick though, aren't you, Marion? Gonna like look over like you're great, aren't you?
You know it.
All right, Heroes
By
Feast.
the way, in the time I've been away, that Planetar I summoned before, I thought it was a one-time thing, but after speaking with Helm, he has granted me the ability to do so in future. Though it
I
will
did
come at a cost.
It's not the only thing she can summon.
Yes, my powers have grown exponentially as a reward for helping you.
I thought you were
So-
saying an innuendo there.
Oh no! She can do this as well.
Yeah. Ooh.
Garth will say, so, to the matter of this Molideus, there are a few things you should probably know about him. We've obviously fought him once before. His weapon is incredibly deadly. One of our companions was decapitated in a single blow. He also has wraiths and wights that aid him in his necropolis. The wraiths seem to spawn from these crystals around the room endlessly, from what I can tell. The Molideus himself seems to be able to teleport at will, and it was actually because he teleported away that we failed to kill him before.
I think you'll find that
suppose-
with us there we'll have
Say some
say,
counter
count-
spells, I guess.
Counter spells.
I was gonna say, yeah.
was
Can
gonna
we
say-
ask Iona and the wizard? Can they counterspell?
Iona cannot. Neil can. Neil says, yes, I could counterspell, but unfortunately last time I was the only one, and I don't have too many spell slots.
Well-
So yes, having you all here, basically be ready within 60 feet of the Molideus to stop him from teleporting away.
How big is his sword? Wink, wink.
I don't think it's a sword. Let me just double check what
Can
the
we
weapon is.
steal it, or is it like, is it part of his creation?
All you need to do is prevent him from leaving, and I'll be able to kill him in short order.
It is like a great axe. The weapon is quite large, I believe. The Molideus itself is a tall creature.
Okay. So
I'm
Ulfgar's
not
gonna.
I'm not concerned.
Yes.
Yeah, thanking
The
like
Molideus,
20 attacks or something.
it has the head of a boar almost, and it also has like a large snake that protrudes from the back of its head. Venomous, but of course the Hero's Feast can reduce some of that, I believe.
Well,
Is there anything else you wish to know?
I believe the Hero's Feast makes you immune to poison, so that should negate,
Yes.
obviously, most of its poison damage. How easy is it to infiltrate this necropolis? Is it a lot of enemies you have to fight through, or can we get straight to the Molideus, or whatever he's called, fairly easily?
Well, last time we were able to walk in most of the way before we came to a fight. Though, of course, this plane changes. Last time we weren't attacked on the way either. So, who knows? suppose it depends where the hordes are at the time.
Is he expecting you?
I wouldn't think so, but who knows? I don't know
Would
the
it
mind
be
of that creature.
possible for Neil to teleport us directly to his chamber? If he's been there before?
I can, but I only have one teleport slot, and I was kind of saving that for a get out of jail free.
That's fine, we have Rogar.
Yeah, I suppose you do. Yes,
Well, we can do
I suppose
that
I could.
once we arrive on land. We should do that.
Just thinking that if we can arrive there by teleport, he'll be unsuspecting, and then we won't have to fight a legion of his potential followers.
If he's there, yeah. But we should definitely rest before we make
Of
any
course.
decisions like that. But yeah, that sounds like a good
Yes.
idea.
Did you mention your mansion, Reed?
Yeah.
By the way, are we off
Yeah.
the boat at the moment? Or are we still on?
No, still on the boat for now.
No, I don't. The
Um,
thing is, though, I don't want this guy to hear it. I don't want the hooded guy to hear it.
Hear what?
I just want me talking about all these things. So I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I got a mansion, I got a crib. You guys can all chill in and eat whatever you want.
There's definitely nothing
You're
weird.
in charge. Hey,
Yeah,
thanks.
definitely nothing.
Creep him out. Creep him out. Yes, come to my mansion.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's
we'll say
include that.
eventually you guys then will step off the boat. Chiron will just sail immediately off. No funny business with him. And yeah, you can then hop in the mansion and rest up and do Heroes Feast things.
Yeah, I've already done mine, guys. It was 11.
I've already added it on, yeah.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah, so you guys can do that. I will do the roll for the Chonta Hunters.
I bet they're gonna get higher.
Oh, get wrecked!
Damn
Reed,
it, their food's better.
I want to join their company now.
Oh. Nah, but my food looks it's about aesthetics as well. It's like
I think
all
their
organic
aesthetics is better.
produced.
Oh, I hate organic produced. That's just stupid.
Oh, well, it's got some magic mushrooms in it.
That's even worse.
Nah, not if you want to have a good time in my mansion.
Oh, no, it's so creepy. I can cut Reed's head off in his sleep.
Oh.
Why?
He said something creepy.
So excessive.
I
Brought a
don't
load in my
tolerate
house. Anyway, you're gonna have to find me in my mansion. Tristan, do you want to hear this pipe?
No, I'm alright, thanks.
Yeah, I'll offer my pipe out to anybody if anyone wants to smoke.
that.
I don't know if anyone would. Actually, Asami probably would.
I love this map, by the way. It's so pretty.
No. Is it?
It's a nice map.
Yeah, it's nice. I like boat fights.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
We'll never get to have a boat fight again because you got all our boats killed going to that stupid island.
Yeah.
That was so mean. Hey, are we doing this in character or not? Because
No.
if we are, I was going to say, Reed is in mourning.
That boat was literally named after one of your characters, Michael.
Yeah.
I know. How could you do that?
Sorry. We'll make another one.
Okay, so in the morning, you guys will all wake up, and Garth will say, "All right then. So the plan is, Neil here will teleport us straight to the necropolis. Once inside, we will kill this Molideus as swiftly as we can, and anyone with counter spells, get ready to try and stop this creature from escaping.
You know it.
Anything else you might need to know from our previous experience?"
No.
How many teleports how many people
I
can you
need to
teleport at
use the
once?
toilet again. I'll be back in a minute.
Great point.
Oh, it's true actually. Yeah, you might not be able to teleport all of us.
I think it's like 10.
We'll see you
In
guys
fact,
later.
yeah, I can't teleport everyone. Neil will say.
You can teleport Rogar, and then he can teleport the rest of the guys in.
Yes, I can teleport 9 people, including myself.
So maybe those guys want to go first.
Yes, and maybe I won't teleport straight into the room. Maybe I'll just teleport to the front door or something.
Well, how far in to the necropolis was this room where he stayed?
Not far. There was basically just a big open room when we first went in there. Then there was a long corridor, and then at the end of that corridor was another big room where we found this Wally Deus.
I think there's
'Cause
no harm
I
in
can turn
teleporting.
invisible, so I could like try and sneak in through the entrance.
No, we shouldn't be splitting up. Saying this to Daylight as we should be.
Yeah.
Let's not split up. Let's stay together. Stick together, die alone. Stick together, die alone.
Yes, I don't think going in invisible would be of too much benefit either. This
think
creature
there's
may
any
have
harm.
ways of seeing invisibility.
Did he cast any
And-
spells?
No, I just meant like while other people get teleported, I can like try and get in another way.
That still leaves two other people who.
I still
teleport.
think
Yes.
we should just like. How many teleports does Neil have? Is it Neil?
Just one. He's
Yeah, he only has one teleport. He's not that
Oh, wow.
powerful.
So once we go there, that's it. We're in.
Well,
Mhm.
So yeah,
Rogar
he could.
teleport us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, Rogar could teleport us out if we need to, but
But
they can't.
Rogar's-
again,
teleport out.
Rogar couldn't
Rogar's-
teleport more than.
No, Rogar can still only teleport 9 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah,
casts,
yeah,
If he
yeah.
casts
But
at higher
more than
level, can he
once.
teleport more, or is it?
Oh, hang on. Why do
No,
we have to
I don't
teleport?
think so.
Why do we have to teleport in?
Just
To
to
like
avoid.
speed.
I think it would
Yeah.
it would waste a lot of spell slots, but it would waste 3 high levels. One of Neil's, 2 of Rogar's.
Yeah. It's
It's,
not. It's not worth doing so many spell slots.
It's not going to be feasible. I think we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, it's just a lot of hit points and a lot of other spell slots. We might use those spell slots getting to him,
True.
or at the
But
very least,
between-
we'll get lower ones.
How about
Between-
we turn Rogar invisible, and then someone else who knows the way, and they try and sneak up to where the place is, and then sneak back out, and then
Well, no, because turning invisible, we've already figured out that going invisible or anything won't save us in this realm. They can detect us.
oh right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that would still be 2 high level spell slots.
Well, we have potions.
Just to get up to the door. I mean, just on the teleporting side.
Oh right, yeah.
What we do?
Yes, it may just be better to walk up to the front door, and there are 13 of us. We should make a fearsome force.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Have to do that.
Must be a
And
better
to
way.
your question, saying yes, this creature could cast some spells. Certainly, lightning bolt was one I was familiar with. Dispelling some of our magic and teleporting. There may be more that it can do, but that was what showed itself.
Okay.
Let's ask him to teleport us in.
That doesn't sound too bad. I feel like
Hey.
if he teleported away from you, you must have had him on the run. So if he had more powerful offensive spells, he would have used them.
Quite possibly. I think his main thing was his
Big weapon.
prowess in combat. Yes.
Yeah. That's fine. So, yep, I guess we're agreed then. We'll have to sneak up to the building and just go inside normally.
We could teleport there.
No, there's no point because
And
that'll
then-
still
and
waste
then-
spell slots.
Hang on, and then get the mansion, stay overnight, and then come out and then fight.
The
The
Don't
next
forget
day,
we're on a
fresh.
time limit.
Yeah,
That would be
we're on
another
time.
day burned.
Yeah.
getting a holiday
I
out of
guess
it.
we've decided we're going to have to just walk up there.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys do exit the mansion. You'll have to drink another potion of breathing, which they all have their own as well.
Oh, yeah.
So remember to drink up potions.
Done?
Chug,
And you'll
chug,
then
chug.
make your way to the spot.
The necropolis.
You see, crossing a big open space leading up to this necropolis. There are no big hordes that seem nearby, and you are able to approach fairly easily, which does almost feel kind of spooky, like it's almost too easy as you wander up to this necropolis. You see the necropolis itself is made entirely out of bone. Lots of different bones, mostly human, but probably some other things in there as well. Yeah, you approach the gates,
Shall we knock?
Ooh.
wander on. Up to you.
Let's not.
Let's not do that. Let's get someone stealthy who can go invisible to sneak ahead while checking for traps. I wonder who that could be.
But I thought we already said invisibility doesn't even make a difference.
It may not. Either way, we made our way through here before. There were no traps.
I was
I
thinking
think
of like
the
casting.
demons are overconfident.
Very well.
I was thinking of casting Pass Without a Trace for an hour, just so like we've got an extra bit of stealth. Just 10.
I guess
We
we'll
do
be
that?
fine.
All right.
There's a big group of us. So.
Okay.
Safety in numbers.
Quite so.
Cool.
Um,
Oh, the DM says that. Oh, what about
We're
that?
all gonna die.
so yeah, wandering through, I'll say, can I get a marching order? We'll say this corridor is 4 squares wide. So just set yourself up on the bank.
I want to go in the middle.
I guess Tristan and Kageyama up front.
Yep. Right. We'll say this is the corridor. So yeah, if we stick Kageyama at the front with Tristan, do you want like a rear guard
Yeah.
of tanky
Daylight.
people?
Ulfgar and Garth, yeah.
Yeah, stick Ulfgar and Garth at the back then,
Oh, go on
and
then.
then Neil would also want to be right in the middle. He's scared. Gavlon
Can
would
I,
be near
like-
Garth.
Everyone
I
yell.
reassure
I
him.
don't know.
Hold his hand.
Nah.
What?
Oh, we got an odd number. Oh, that's mad. Tristan, you lead up
Can we
point.
bring one of the rowers with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tristan, go in the middle. You'll be like
Take
the leading.
point.
Yeah. Put yourself in the middle.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
I think it means like
Alt. Yeah.
there. Yeah.
No. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
There we go.
Perfect.
Good
Yeah,
enough,
something
yeah.
like that.
That's what we like.
Tristan leads the way.
How is Tristan right now? What's he thinking?
Um,
I'm off to kill a
Well,
demon. I'm off to kill a
you know,
demon.
he's still not great, but you know, feels a bit better with more people.
Is he excited about killing a demon? I'm excited about killing a demon.
What does Tristan think about Kageyama?
No opinion really. Yeah.
He's beneath
Okay.
him. Tristan's a king, don't forget. He doesn't think about
Everyone's
these common
beneath.
peasants.
Oh, just actually on what Tristan said earlier. What is did we have a further look at Kageyama's sword and what its abilities are?
No, he just said like find out.
Yeah, well, he said it was like wind-based abilities rather than water-based abilities.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all you sort of really know.
I kind of want to be closer to Asami. Can I like move with someone? Can I move with Marion? I think it makes sense that Marion would be close to Tristan.
You want to swap
Marion's our
places with
primary
Marion?
healer.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to be close to Asami.
Could have swapped with Dayla.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay,
Might be
I've got you
better.
guys.
Dayla close
Yeah.
to us all.
You make your way through the necropolis, and as you arrive in this like main chamber, which I'll reveal in a moment, the wraiths do begin to float out of these crystals. You see a few whites dotted around, and at the far end of this chamber is the Mollideus sat upon his throne.
Ha!
However,
YOLO!
as soon as you bamf in, or just walk in, I should say, thing happens. Let me just find out where it is. Okay, I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Oh god.
I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, wow, Tristan.
Oh.
That includes Ulfgar, Marion, Rogar,
Yeah, I'm
all-
doing it. I'm clicking.
Yeah.
Clicking.
all of the boys.
Marion gets the plus
Hello,
5,
girls.
so she's on 16.
Wow, this looks
Yep.
crazy where we are.
And Rogar, hang on. Ugh. Ugh. No, I have so much sympathy for Patrick every time I play D&D on this laptop.
Yep.
Patrick's got a pretty
Oof.
good laptop now, though, doesn't he?
I have a good laptop. I've still only got one screen,
Yeah.
which has to
Yeah.
keep. Can somebody roll me a d6 as well, just for shits and giggles? I'm gonna take the 5.
No, take the 4.
Cool. So these crystals around you here fire beams at you. Rogar, Ulfgar, Reed, and Neil get hit by these beams and vanish. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh shit, Ulfgar's gone.
You guys will get hit by these beams and in a similar way to how you got teleported into Renarin's forge. You
Place
get
of work?
blasted out. Yeah, you get blasted out of there. And I will show you guys where you end up.
Next session. Oh!
Nah, I'll do it now.
Oh, what?
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wonder if you want to fight this guy now.
Taking him now.
Um,
It's almost like you planned that. It's like all the spellcasters apart from
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
Iona.
Genuinely didn't. I didn't plan it. It was all based on the rolls. But the 4 of you end up in this chamber.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that the Molly Deus?
No, the Molly Deus was in the main chamber.
This is his.
Cool.
Timon and Pumbaa.
This is the Timon and Pumbaa sub boss fight.
Oh, that was good. It's funnier the longer you think about it. I'm gonna be laughing about that the whole night.
There may be things you can actually do, which is good.
Maybe it's a good
So,
job Ulfgar got Bamf in there.
Yes, definitely.
we will leave it there for now. That we could roll initiatives now, so we're ready to jump in next session.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So we'll do 2 separate fights. We'll do the main one first, I guess.
Makes sense. Well, that's good.
It's more like it.
Come on, Tristan. You got this.
No, we're back to normal, boys.
What about Rogar? Come on.
Hang on, I've got to do Marion first.
We're playing 3 characters. Fucking hell.
Yep.
That's mad.
Oh,
Yes, that's alright.
and then Rogies.
So the way I do the NPCs is I do like the melee fighters and then I do the casters.
Nice.
So we'll do melee fighters.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh wow, yeah, that was
That's so bad.
Casters. Hey, good for the casters. And then let me do the enemies. So we got wights, wraiths.
Oh god. This ain't good.
Where's the Molly boy? Molly Deus. Hey,
That one. Nice.
to be fair, he's right at the far end, so I'm not too bothered about that. Cool. And then switching over to the other fight.
Hello. Ulfgar is 21. And Reed is 25. Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
And then Rogar's 18 as well, so that's pretty
Oh
good.
my god.
So just Neil.
Yep, I'm just doing the enemies as well.
Oh, they also got. Alright.
And then there's Neil at the bottom.
Yeah,
So,
too.
alrighty.
How exciting.
I'll,